You're listening to the Betoota Advocates Weekly News Wrap on Desert Rock FM 96.5. Welcome back to the weekly Betoota Bulletin. You're joined by myself, Clancy Overell. I've got Effie, Bateman and Wendell Hussey here today to give us the wrap. What's going on, you two?
Not too much, Clancy. Fighting fit, feeling good. Errol Parker not here. We can't reveal why he isn't here because he has been apprehended, so it's probably up. But he was trying to put a cheesecake into the face of Alan Joyce down at a press conference. I think it was in Brisbane today after what's been going on for the last couple of weeks. But security got him.
He got stuck in Brisbane after the State of Origin because they just cancelled flights, and I'll give you another one a week later as the way things are going. But we'll get into that, I guess, in the weekly wrap. How about you, Effie? How have you been?
Yeah, I've been great, Clancy. How about you?
I'm going all right. Yes, the North has risen again. Queensland returns as the superior state when it comes to rugby league and everything else for that matter. Yeah, just everyone's just got a bit more spring in their step around the office and around town. So that's great. Our economy improves every time we win the State of Origin. Just the general well-being, lifestyle index skyrockets, and that's
the third wave's just disappeared.
The third wave disappeared. All the cost of living crisis has disappeared. Just basically all those issues that we've had over the last couple of years have kind of waned a little bit because
balance has been restored.
Balance has been restored to the universe, and that's because we get Origin. That's because Queensland understands what it's all about, and we understand how important it is, and we appreciate more so than anyone else in the world these wins. And New South Wales just don't get it. But we'll move on. What's in the weekly bulletin this week, Effie?
Well, starting off with some national news, and a new study has found that using the pandemic as an excuse to replace experienced staff with labour hire might result in a fuckload of cancelled flights.
Yeah, this is a truly shocking revelation. This research was conducted by South Betoota Polytechnic's Business School in conjunction with the Betoota Public Policy Institute, and they've confirmed that replacing swathes of staff with labour hire firms who contract out to other labour hire firms to try and maximise your profits can, in fact, limit the service you provide, Clancy.
Yes, you wouldn't believe it. You wouldn't read about it, except for the fact that it's in the news. Speaking to The Advocate this week, the lead researcher explained to us that it can actually result in, a fuckload of cancelled flights, countless bits of luggage going missing, and hours and almost days waiting around in crowded airport terminals. One example we saw of this was actually Melbourne man Aaron Parwar, who took a flight from down south to Queensland this week. However, unable to find his luggage, he waited for a couple of hours on the phone, only to find out it had been sent to Brisbane, North Dakota. Who knows how the fuck it got there? There's very few runways, and the closest human settlement is the Standing Rock Indian Reservation. But this is the world we live in, and this is what's happened to our flagship carrier.
I mean, in fairness to the flagship carrier, Aaron Pawar hasn't travelled for a little while. Maybe just forgotten how to travel. He's a bit rusty,
He's not match fit. He's not match fit, as Alan Joyce said.
We did have a comment on that story, actually, from KJ Price, who said, "See, this is why we reward CEOs with vast amounts of money for their obvious wisdom and business skills." An apt point there.
Well, staying on that topic now, and a profit-driven university is considering introducing a octomester yearly course structure.
Innovative and exciting. That's why we are world leaders in innovation out here in the Channel Country. The University of Betoota, the sandstone brother of our more functional South Betoota Polytechnic institution that we mentioned earlier, has this week announced that it is considering scrapping trimesters. In its place will be octomesters.
Octo meaning 8 and mesters meaning whatever mesters means. But basically the university is going to have 8 terms a year, which will allow students to complete a business degree in something like 8 or 9 months, which is very, very exciting. Now, I know what you're thinking. What about the quality of the teaching? Surely you can't teach 3 years worth of material in 8 months, but they reckon it will all be fine. Their Vice-Chancellor told me that it's a part of their streamlined information optimization program that'll allow them to complete those degrees really quickly.
I'm assuming that would be like a lot cheaper then?
It's a lot faster, but it's not a lot cheaper. They are actually going to raise the course fees because they're making it so much more convenient now. So,
well, It's a perfect opportunity for any of the sons and daughters of the industrial families of the subcontinent. If you'd like to come through here and get it done in a year, we'd be happy to have you, and we'd be happy to have your parents' money.
Yep. Oh, and we'll charge you 4 to 5 times more than a local student, of course.
A lot of your parents' money.
Now, I got a bit of local news next up, Effie. It's about, this is a story you broke, and it was about a friend in a long-term relationship commandeering a bachelorette's dating apps like she's playing, and I quote here, Hoe-kémon Go. Tell us about this one.
Yes, this one's about Betoota plainswoman Anita Hildridge, who has had to inform her friend that, no, she does not want them fucking around on her dating apps for fun. Of course, this is referring to a friend who is in a long-term relationship, has been with them since she was 19, so all this dating app stuff is so much, it's a bit of a novelty. But yeah, Anita is just one of many women who are reporting a sharp uptick in the amount of friends who want to use their phones to play Hoe-kémon Go, which is a game where your mates use your dating app profiles to window shop and talk shit to randoms that they won't have to clean up the mess from.
Quite a popular game by the sounds of things. I was actually playing a bit of Hoe-kémon Go on my cousin Julian's Grindr profile the other night. A lot of hunks out there in the Diamantina Shire. I wouldn't have known. Recognised a few men that I didn't know were in that community, but each to their own, and I hope they have fun out there.
We'll keep those names out of it, I think, as well.
I certainly had fun in my short time playing Hoe-kémon Go.
Won't go Sydney Morning heralding it.
No. Finally, some sports news to round out the week. What have we got here, Effie?
Well, Suncorp Stadium has had to hire earth movers to remove several tons of sour grapes left by Joey and Freddie.
Yes, quite an operation by the looks of things. After the Maroons once again dusted their more populous and well-resourced southern neighbours in the state of origin, there was truckloads of fruit left all around the stadium, although it is believed that they were left behind by Andrew Johns and Freddie Fittler, who was sooking royally after another embarrassing loss to the proud men from north of the Tweed.
Embarrassing indeed. There was also a large deposit of salt left behind too, Clancy, but they were able to rake that out across the turf, with ground staff saying that they're hopeful that that should dissolve with the next shower or two. But in terms of the grapes, they were forced to call in an earthworks company to remove tons and tons of the stuff that were being left there to rot on the hallowed ground that is Lang Park. We have been told that they've all cleaned up now, and the poor staff that was subjected to a Wallabies test, a Broncos game and an Origin match in the space of 4 days are now just getting a little bit of rest and relaxation.
Good on them. Proud, strong men. Very, very, very happy to call them Queenslanders. And that's all from us this week. Thank you for tuning in to the Weekly Bulletin.
Go well.
See you later.
Hooroo.